button, but since we're live, I was trying to type in there, child, but Spirit was like, go ahead, go ahead. Don't waste no time, okay? Alright, so let's get it together. Peace, everybody. One moment, guys. I have to get myself together. Go. What you doing? What's up, Richard?
Did you know that your bank account is a direct reflection of your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions?
How are you? I decided to come back on here. I was like, I like talking to you guys. Like, it's really nice having people I can relate to and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm back on. I wanted to come on again because I have a dream interpretation, and I want to know like what this dream consists of. It's very interesting. And then later on, I'm like tomorrow or the next day after, I'm gonna do a hey, I'm glad to see you back this night. Thank you. Thank you, Richard. So yeah, I had a dream, and I'm going to read it to you because sometimes when I have dreams, I don't remember the full dream, but I remember like the parts that I should remember. I should remember, I guess, the parts that are most important. So, hey, swollen testicles, what's up? Y'all be so silly over here. I can't with y'all. So I had a dream. So it says, I had a dream of being in line and watching a Chinese person have a load of money. Like this Chinese man, he had like all this money, a bulk of money. And as I'm in the line, he and the people he was with were laughing at me. I'm trying not to pay attention to him, but was just thinking that my money wasn't that good. I go outside leaving, and I see this Chinese guy with a big bag of store items, and I shouted out the window to him. I said, overpricing items. I said, you overpricing items. And so it says I was mad because they had money and I didn't. And I could remember, like, I don't know how y'all feel. Like, do y'all ever like actually remember the feelings that you feel when you have dreams? Like, I could feel the emotions that I had in a dream. Like, you can actually feel these emotions, you know? Spank me while you read. First one to move is gay. Y'all crazy. 50 to bubble wrap your feet while quick. Really quick. What is wrong with y'all? Queen of Cups, yes, I feel you about feeling the dream. Yeah. So I had a dream. Yeah. So yeah, I yelled out the window. I was like, overpricing items. I was pissed. I was pissed in the dream. And so the guy who I said that to, he had like a box. I don't know what the box was filled with. I mean, what the box was. It was like a little gadget or whatever. But you could tell he was about to make some money. I was just so mad. And I was like, overpricing items. It looked like he had a bag, like, you know how Santa Claus had one of them bags, like the big old bags. And I don't know. But let's see what that dream was about. So, Spirit, can you give us a message? What do we need to release at this time? What do you need? What do we need to release, Spirit? Ooh, that's a lot. One more thing. So all places, all people, places, and things that do not serve my highest good is now clear from my energy and spirit and in flesh. All blockages of my financial material resources are now cleared from my energy and spirit and in flesh. So this is the one we want because this is about some money. I don't know what it involves, but we gonna read about it. Come on, fart queen. You know what? I'm not playing with you. Okay. All fear of letting go of the past to pursue my destiny are clear from my energy and spirit and in flesh. You got too much time on your hands. All right, so let's get started, okay? So what we're going to do is get a sacred message from the Akashic Records deck. Let's see what the Most High Mother and Father, the Most High God, Mother and Father, and our spiritual team of the highest white light have to say. Let's see. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? All right, so we have the King of Roses. Clarify this card, Spirit. Any other messages? Thank you. So we have the Uriel. So we have Lookout on the back, and I do not like this card sometimes, but you know, it's all good. We're gonna, you know, relax. What's that, baby?
My tooth.
That ain't your tooth.
Yes, it is.
Let me see. It's from your tooth?
Yeah.
Is that the tooth that's coming out?
No. It was like in the back.
Oh, it came out. It's stuff. Okay, you need to go brush your teeth then after you ate, babe. All right, guys. So let's get some messages. Are you married? Am I married? That's a difficult. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not married. I'm not married. Okay, so let's read the King of Roses. Let's see what this is about, y'all. Let's get some messages from the divine. Because, you know, sometimes you do get a little anxiety when it comes to your finances. Is because you want to do more than just, you know, what you're doing, you know. So we're going to figure out how to bring more abundance into our lives. And I feel that that's where we're going with this reading. King of Roses, that talk to me. Okay. All right. So it says, when he appears upright in your spread, it indicates that a potential union could be at hand, either friendship, business, or even romance. Whether this is a new relationship or the blossoming of an old one, this man brings tender-hearted and thoughtful support. He is also someone who could be helpful in your personal life, especially where home or family issues are concerned. Whether the King of Roses is you or another man, the role of a husband or father is now opening to create a happy home and family. This card also lets you know that you are ready to stand up for yourself and take loving but considered action on your own behalf. It's time of increasing love and compassion, which always starts within. Ashe. And then Uriel, which represents the fire of God that is within you. Let's read that and see what that is about, because, yeah, I need to see. All right, we all need to see, right? Because this is about all of us. So let's get some answers, and then we're going to go into this dream. So it says, this card shows that it's time for you to do the most important and possible the most difficult work in your life, the digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands that bury it up to its neck. And you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the neckline or at the rock line substance of your old beliefs and history so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't worry, you have begun already. And you've made considerable inroads. There also, let me turn this light on. I can't see. Okay. There's also someone here to help you. Uriel, whose name means the fire of God. You can work directly in your meditations with the archangel for self-understanding, transformation, and guidance. Also be on the lookout for someone in your daily life who Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares kinship with you about this inner quest. It is a relationship of great value that comes in time of profound power. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is this work that leads you to your initiation into your higher power. Ashe. Let's get some answers, guys. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so we're going to use this deck here. So what I'm seeing here is that someone's working on themselves. They're finding something deeper that they need to understand. And whatever's happening, I'm seeing this person, like, whatever this person is trying to figure out, they're tapping more within than outside of themselves. Like, a lot of the things that they're wanting comes from within. So let's get some answers. All right, so we got disappointment. Okay, so this is the card star. This is the star card in the reverse. So it's talking about someone who's feeling hopeless at this time. You know, someone's having some negative thoughts and they're trying to figure out which way to go when it comes to their life, when it comes to the things that they're wanting in their life. Ashe. Satan. What are you talking about? You're very pretty. Thank you, Kimmy. I truly appreciate that. All right, so it says two paths. So someone has some choices to make, okay? When it comes to their destiny, when it comes to their destination, you know, whatever path you're on, I'm seeing here that, you know, you are being guided, okay? But let's get some answers. Let's see what's going on. So I feel like someone currently is not feeling at their best. All right, so there is some disappointment that is happening. Spirit, what is this disappointment about? Okay, so with the Hierophant and the King of Wands, of course, what I'm seeing here is like there's some lessons that someone is needing to learn. Someone's like gaining some information about themselves. Someone's learning how to be independent. Spirit, what does this have to do with the dream? Like, what is this about the dream? So this is about someone's inheritance. This is about someone's financial gain. You know, what I feel like, what I'm feeling is that this person is having a difficult time trying to find grounding when it comes to their financial situation. I'm seeing here that this person may you know, they're not feeling they're feeling a little bit of lack when it comes to their finances, okay? So when it comes to their finances, someone feels like you know, they're wanting stability. I don't feel like they're giving too much on themselves. I'm feeling like they're still inspired to be the best that they can be. I feel like this person is continuing to move, you know, do what they have to do to be better in their life. I'm feeling like this person is currently trying to figure out ways to make ends meet when it comes to their financial situation, okay? So Spirit, tell me about the dream. Tell me about the dream. Why did I dream this dream? That's a lot of cards, Spirit, but okay. All right. So I got the Five of Swords with the Ten of Swords. Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords is someone feeling betrayed at this time. Someone feeling at a loss. Someone feeling a bit, you know, bitchy. Excuse my language. Someone feeling a little bitchy. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate you. Kimmy, I am blessed. I like your name. So yeah, someone feeling um upset. They're feeling upset. But I feel like even though they're feeling upset, they're still knowing that they have to get going. I see that, there's someone having a bit of anxiety in their life, but they're still trying to manifest, okay? And the issue that I'm seeing here is like the more and more they think negative, like someone's trying to stay in a very grounded place in their life and their mindset, but the more and more they think negatively is the more and more they'll be manifesting what they feel. Like they feel defeat, they feel a lot of tension. This is someone who feels as if I don't know, someone's doing something unethical or something. I don't know, but we're gonna get to it. So with the Queen of Cups and the King and the Queen of Pentacles, there is someone who's trying to balance their money, their emotional their money, and also their well-being. Okay, so I feel like someone's kind of worried about their financial situation. So clarify the death card. No, clarify the queen. You know what? Just tell me about this dream, spirit. All right. So another thing is we have the King of Cups in a reversal position. So I feel like this person, so there's a few people that could be feeling some type of way at this time. I feel like some guy is very, very, like, only concerned about themselves right now. I feel like this person is very, like, emotionally unstable. Peace, sister. Hey, I feel like a person is very unstable when it comes to their emotions. Someone a bit selfish, and only think about themselves. This is a person that is wanting to work with you. I feel like this is a person that you could possibly be going to business with, maybe. So let's clarify the Three of Pentacles here, spirit. All right. So with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like, the I mean, with the Knight of Swords represents no, it's no. So this is a person who is wanting to move very fast with you. So I feel like you could be meeting someone that's wanting to move real fast, someone who's wanting to go in business with you, but they're wanting things to go like this. Like they wanting things to go really fast. Be careful who y'all doing business with. Okay, because this person, I feel like they do have good ideas. They do have like a business mindset. However, this person can be selfish when you're going into business with them. Okay, so I guess this is what spirit is trying to warn you. Like, be careful who you're going into business with. Can I tell the truth of what I am thinking? Because I am eating a cookie right. Sure, I don't mind. All right, so yeah, so let's get to starting on this dream. Okay, so far what we're understanding is that with the King of Roses, guys, be careful about who you're going to be meeting in the future, because the King of Roses to me seems as if they're going to be a little selfish. Spirit, clarify the King of Roses. Who is this person? Who is the King of Roses? King of Roses is someone who thinks very, very clearly and practical. Someone who could been going through a lot of hurt, or who could currently be feeling betrayed. Clarify the King of Roses. Who is this man or whoever this is? This is a person that is they could be represented as a Virgo, or they could have like Leo in their chart. I see. Okay, so this is someone from the past. Okay, so this is someone who's dealing with some difficulty, dealing with betrayal or something like this. This is someone who is trying to come around. So look out for that person. So let's get down and dirty with the reading. Let's find out what this let's find out what this dream is about. So basically, y'all, what happened in the dream is I was in line, and let me read it. So I had a dream of being in line and watching the Chinese person have a load of money as I'm in line, and the people he was with were laughing at me. I'm trying not to pay attention to him, but was just thinking that my money wasn't that good. So I go outside leaving, and I see this Chinese guy with a big bag in his hand filled with items. It was like one of those Christmas Santa Claus bags, and he had like a gadget in his hand, and he was just looking at it like, yeah, I'm gonna make some money off of this. And I yelled out the window, overpricing items. I was pissed. I was so mad in the dream. And so anyway, let's find out what it was about. So we're gonna look into the Chinese person with the load of money. So Spirit, tell me about that. What was this about? The Chinese man with the money. So this is a man who represents someone who has a lot of happiness. They're fulfilled in their life. Tell me about this man with all this money. Tell me about this. Okay, so this is a person who is traditional. I feel like clarify the moon card, Spirit. Clarify the Four of Cups, Spirit. Clarify Four of Cups. All right, so this is a person who acts like they're happy, but they're really not. Okay, this is a person who acts like they're happy, but they're really not. They act like they're happy, but they're really not. Okay, and so what about this person? For us, if you don't stop. Okay, so let's see, Spirit. Okay, so tell me. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles came out, but let me make sure. Okay, so this is a person that is disappointed in life. They're not happy. They're upset. They're acting as if they're happy. So tell me about this. Why is he acting happy? What's the problem, Spirit? Okay, because really this person had a lot of missed opportunities. Okay, this person had a lot of setback and missed opportunities. This person was possibly hurtful. So this is a person who kind of like stepped on other people's backs to get ahead, however you say that. Like, what I'm seeing here is that someone stepped on other people's backs just to get ahead. Okay, and clarify the Eight of Cups, Spirit. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Eight of Cups with the Eight of Swords. So there is somebody who stepped on a bunch of people's backs to get ahead, and even though they know that they're wrong, they're walking away, abandoning the situation. So it's kind of like someone got whatever they wanted out of the situation, but really, when people do you wrong, when people are scantless and trifling in life, and they're unethical and unfair, there is everyone has a conscience. Okay, so even though this person may have walked away as if he was okay with just trying to step on the backs of people, what I'm seeing here is like this person is currently going through a time where they're feeling trapped. They're feeling backed up in a corner. They're feeling paralyzed, because I'm feeling like this person actually is very powerless at this time, because they know what they did. Okay, so there's leaving room for this person to balance whatever they've done. So we got the Temperance card with the Fool card. So I feel like this person doesn't care. Like, as much as this person knows that they're wrong for trying to step on the backs of others to get ahead, what I'm seeing here is like this person is trying to not care. Even though they know they're wrong, they know how they got to where they've gotten to. This person is feeling a sense of, they're feeling unemotionalist. I'm seeing here like this is a person who schemes, who's a fraud. This is a person who gets their way on with people because they lie, and they just they step on people's back. They're not fair. They're not righteous. Okay, so with that said, what else, Spirit? Tell me about this person. Tell me about this person. So Spirit, why was he laughing at me? Why was this Chinese guy laughing at me? Okay, so with the King of Swords, why was he laughing at me? Why was he laughing at me? The Knight of Cups and the Nine of Swords tried to come out in the reverse. So this person was actually, why was he laughing at me? See, this person knew that I was stressing. What did he know, Spirit? What did he know? He know he was being shisty. He knows he a shisty person, y'all. He's scantless. You know, this person is not right. This is a secret enemy. This is someone who's deceitful. Okay? And so this is a person who literally tries to scam from people. And he knew exactly what he was doing. So he was laughing because he seen that I was stressing. He seen that I was having some sort of difficulty. And with the Knight of Cups, you know, it's a person, to me, when the King of Cups is in the reverse and the Knight of Cups is in the upright, and then we got the Knight of Swords, this person knows deeply what they're doing, but they're trying not to care. But deep down, they know that they have to care in some way. They knowing that they need to make something right. But I'm seeing here, they see me upset. They see me stressing. And it's like, you know, they're trying to, you know, in some way they're thinking about how they could be fair or something or give. But let's get some more information. So Spirit, tell me. So this is, you know, so what I'm seeing here, like, this is an opportunity for someone. Someone's about to have an opportunity, okay? Someone's about to have an opportunity. So what I'm feeling at this point right now is that a lot of the chosen are in a space in their life where they're fighting for the things that they want. And it's nothing that anybody could do. It's nothing that no one can do to take your opportunity away, because it is here for you. And some people are in a space where they're being recognized as liars, conniving thieves, you know, for stepping on people's backs just to get to the top, for money, you know, money lounging or whatever you call it. Like, what I'm seeing here is like, these people, they just no good. So Spirit, tell me. So Spirit, tell me, let's see, what's the next part of the dream? So it says, as I'm in line, people was laughing. So tell me about the people that were laughing. I mean, I know we looked into that, so I want to know more. Spirit, why were they laughing? Tell me some more about why they were laughing. What was the point of the laugh? Why were all these people laughing? Because they were toxic. They were very toxic. You know, so these people have mental health issues is what I'm seeing. They have huge egos. So they think it's funny. Even though a bit of them knows that they're wrong, you know, with the King of Swords, this is somebody who has structure. They are very intelligent. However, when you have a King of Cups in a reverse, this is someone who doesn't care too much about you. But they know the truth and they know what they're doing. They know whatever they're doing, they're being conniving. They know that they're being unfair. And this is a person who has an obsession for power or something. You know what I'm saying? So this is a person who's trying to stay in charge. What's up, Blissfully Renee? Thanks for coming back, everybody. I appreciate you. So, yeah. So what I'm seeing here is the Devil card. The Devil card is just someone who's very toxic, you know? This person is indulged in trying to gain power, trying to gain control over people. They don't have any type of balance in their life, okay? So they're laughing at me because deep down they know what's going on. They know exactly why I am having difficulty. These people know exactly why, because they had a lot of money. They're like they had so much money, and I was worrying about my money. So Spirit, tell me about this. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is that so it says here on the card, like, this is the Eight of Pentacles, and what I'm seeing that stands out is pretending to know more than you really do. Repetitive or boring job, cheating, pretending to know more than you really do. Poor quality. So with the Nine of Cups, what I'm seeing here, like, so I'm pretending as if I know more than what I really do. So when I'm in line, I'm acting as if I'm knowing I don't know I don't know, but actually I do know what's going on. So with the Two of Pentacles, this talks about multitasking, you know. So what I'm seeing here is that there is a lot of wish fulfillment. There is a lot of wish fulfillment that is coming for the chosen. There's a lot of wishes that are coming for the chosen. Like whatever you've been asking for, you're going to receive it. And there will be balance that will take place in your life. And so for people who are like money lounging or like, you know, who are being very deceitful with money, like I'm seeing here that they're not going to have no luck. Things are not going to be working out for them. So, Spirit, tell me about, okay, Howard. Spirit, tell me about, this situation. So yeah, these people are about to be under heavy judgment. So these people who were stealing money, you know, hurting people to get to the top, what I'm seeing here is like there's judgment being called upon them. Some go, can you grab me my charger, please? Grab my charger right there. Thank you, baby. What I'm seeing here is that people are under heavy judgment at this time. People who have lied and schemed and manipulated, people who were ice cold, to people who were having difficulty when it came to, you know, their money issues, you know, people who were being sneaky and deceitful when it came to money, causing a lot of stress on other people. These people are about to be under heavy judgment. So this could be people like the government, okay? But we're going to get some more clarity on the reading. We're going to get some more clarity.
If you still think food delivery...
Okay, so now what's the next part? Laughing at me. So yeah, they were laughing at me, and I was trying not to pay them any attention because I was acting as if I didn't know. You know, I just didn't want to see them because I was very upset in my dream. Like I could feel how heated I was in my dream. You're not reading my comment. So yeah, yeah, there were people that were being very, very, yeah, I could feel how I felt in my dream. I didn't like how I felt in my dream. So yeah, I was around a bunch of people who were being, who were frauds, you know. They stole a lot of money and had a lot of people like myself in fear. In fear or in, you know, complete sadness and stress, you know. So what I'm seeing here is that there are some changes that is going to be happening. There are some decisions that are about to be made when it comes to money. Here, tell me about these decisions. Okay. So these are fast decisions. So clarify the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. Clarify the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that someone's trying to think clearly on how to make better decisions when it comes to balance, when it comes to fairness. I'm seeing here that with the Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords, this is going to hurt some people. Who is this going to hurt, Spirit? Who is this going to hurt? People that were trying to step on the backs of others. So there's about to be some decisions made to cause fairness for the chosen. This is what I'm getting. So, you know, with the Four of Cups in the upright position, what I'm seeing here is like this is someone refusing for some changes to happen. So there's trying to be some changes to happen. This could probably deal with the government. You know, I'm not really good with those readings, but what I'm seeing here is like this is deep. This is more so talking about huge changes when it comes to how things are ran in the government. There will be balance, there will be fairness. You know, I see like, you know, this is going to be an ongoing battle, and these people are getting tired. They're getting tired because we are close to success when it comes to things changing into the chosen's favor, where there's going to be huge offerings. Okay, so tell me, Spirit, about when I was outside and I yelled out the window, overpricing items to the guy with the bag of things that he had in his bag. What was that about, Spirit? What was that about? What was that about? So that was about the same guy who's currently feeling backed up against the wall. This person is feeling very powerless, okay? So things are about to change for the chosen. That's what I'm getting, okay? I'm getting here that whatever whatever was taken from us, chosen, is going to be given back to us, okay? Because with the 10 of Pentacles, this represents cultivation. It represents prosperity, okay? This represents family and success. This represents our legacy, okay? So there is going to be people who were put in high positions that are about to be in a place where they're going to be at a loss. You know, there's going to be a lot of sorrow on their end, okay? We're taking our power back when it comes to what we want, you know, what we deserve, chosen. What's fair, balance is coming in, okay? And so right here, what I'm seeing is the Chariot card. So there's going to be victory when it comes to fairness in our financial situation, chosen. So if you're struggling or you're thinking like things aren't going into your favor, what I'm seeing here is that balance is going to be taking place in your life. Your dreams are going to be answered, like the things that you're wanting to accomplish in your life. Things are going to be played out fair, okay? So, what else, Spirit? So yeah, the Moon card tried to come out into the reversal position, and this represents dreams. Okay, so this was definitely a dream, and I'm feeling like this is a fear for a lot of people who are in power, people who are currently knowing that the tower is about to fall on their head, and there's changes that are happening with our government system to allow the chosen to be on top, to allow us to get back the inheritance that belongs to us. I'm seeing that there are changes that are happening, okay? And they're trying to fight and do whatever they can to win. They're trying to fight, and they're not agreeing. Of course, they don't want things to go into the chosen's favor, but currently this is just what it's gonna be. So whatever burden a lot of the chosen have had, I'm seeing that it's going to be lifted, okay? So I'm seeing here that I'm also seeing here, yeah, I'm seeing that the burdens are going to be lifted, even though like the 10 of Wands is in a reverse. I just look at this card as like no more burdens. But it says here, duty bound, resigned to fate, delegating wisely, wanting excessive control of others and people's lives. So this is what they want. They want control over you. The government wants to continue to control us, but that's not happening. There is fairness. There will be abundance. There will be a lot of us coming out of depression when it comes to our financial situation. Things that we want the things that were taken away will be receiving back. So we got the 7 of Swords in the upright. Clarify the Spirit. Clarify the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. So whatever lies and deceit that were happening behind the scenes, what I'm seeing here is that we will be receiving justice for the things that were taken from us. So if you ever felt in lack, and I know like a lot of you might not understand what is actually going on. I really don't either. All I know is like, keep doing the right thing. Keep praying and asking the Most High God to cover you and continue to, heal your financial situation. If you're having issues when it comes to your money, know that the divine is about to bring you justice and fairness, okay? So the scales are being balanced from people who tried to steal from you, So, all of the things that they have done to change, the way things are ran in the world, how they try to, overpower us and take control over us, trying to control and everything. I'm just seeing here that balance is being placed, okay? So judgment is being called over the people's heads who tried to take advantage of our people. All right? And so they're trying to figure out what to do. They're trying to figure out how to finesse us in some way. So this could be the government with the Emperor card here, trying to finesse us, trying to think of ways to con us into things, con us into I don't know. Let's see what this is about. Shit, I never read about anything like this before. But let's see. Spirit, what is this about? What is this about? What are they trying to give? So this is them having anxiety and trying to think of ways. Like they're running out of ways to continue to stay in power when it comes to the government. So they're thinking of ways to finesse their way in to stay in longer. I'm seeing here with the four of swords here. This is them feeling overwhelmed at this time and also feeling disappointment because whatever they're trying to do is not working. Okay, so they're even trying magic and things of that nature. So I'm seeing here that they're trying to hold on tight when it comes to the government, when it comes to them trying to continue to stay in control of of the people, because really it ain't about the money. It's about control. It's about seeing people left out in the cold. It's about them having to control how to give and what to give to us. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to stay in control because they want us to always be on our knees begging, and this is just not going to continue to happen. What I'm seeing here is that there is going to be some balance, that is going to be made for the chosen, because we deserve it. I'm seeing here this is causing them to feel trapped and having their backs against the wall. And I'm not trying to sound repetitive, but this is quickly happening. Whatever choices that they're wanting, whatever choices that they have currently are choices that they do not want to take. Okay, so I'm just seeing that the system is slowly falling, and I was just watching the system is currently falling. They're trying to put a lot of things in our face to distract us from what's really going on. What's really going on is that the system is falling and things are about to play out in the chosen's favor. Yeah, and this is the stressful part. This is what I'm seeing, guys. So anyway, with that said, so in my dream, I yelled out the window, overpricing items. So Spirit, what is that about? Overpricing items. This is me feeling tired, tired of the routine. Many people getting tired of the routine of waking up, going to work, clocking in, getting paid just a little bit of money to go home and pay the bills and put gas in the car. Like, it's getting tiring. You have to actually feel the desire to go to work. You have to amp yourself up. It's crazy how you could be on the line and just be, so exhausted, and you're still trying to work for every penny that you have, and it's just never enough. This is not the way that the system should be. This is not the way that we should be living. We deserve to be able to have a peaceful life where we're able to, see our families more, and this is, it's just messed up. This is how it was set up, so we're, this is coming down, Spirit. I'm surprised the Tower card didn't come out. But I'm seeing here, like, this is stressful, and this was stressful to me. I was upset, because I felt bamboozled. I felt like, how did you guys get all that money? Why are we still going through a situation where a lot of people are in poverty, and it's just like a certain type of ethnicities, and, people that have, they have, like, they're like either in power, because, I noticed that and not trying to talk about anybody like that, but I have noticed how, you know, currently the Mexicans, the Indians, I'm noticing that, you know, of course, you know, the Chinese and Koreans, like they all have their own, you know, their own money. They have their own businesses. I've never really seen Chinese and Asian people working regular jobs like we do. You know, they all have their own type of, you know, place where they, you know, they have their own restaurants and their own businesses. They're always easily funded and they don't have to work for nobody. And, you know, I just feel like it's set up in that way. And so what's happening is like, this was me stressing, like wondering, like, how is it that y'all have all this money and I'm sitting here having to work for pennies? You know, this was the stressful part. This is what I was mad about in the dream. So Spirit, tell me about the guy who had all this, the bags. So the Queen of Cups, it really came out in the reverse. So tell me about this. So this is Spirit telling you that whatever you thought was difficult in your life is going to be balanced, okay? I wish I can explain it and express it the way I want. This is, you know, with the Four of Wands, this is telling me that things are going to start getting better, okay? So tell me about the guy with the big bag that I was yelling at, Spirit. What was that about? It was about me having the strength to be able to speak out about the serious issue that was going on, you know, with the Strength card and the Queen of Pentacles. It was about, you know, wealth. It was more so about money, okay? So what I'm seeing here with the Page of Pentacles, so in the beginning of the dream, in the beginning of me pulling, I was talking about there is going to be balance taking place. So I see, you know, even though it seemed as if, you know, it was hard, or it is hard, what I'm seeing here is that things are going to start balancing out for the chosen. You know, the money is going to start becoming a lot better. So whatever you were having difficulty in when it came to your financial situation, you're going to see things play out a lot better. You know, with the Sun card here, I'm seeing here, like, you know, things are going to start being better for you. You'll be a lot peaceful and happier when it comes to your financial situation, chosen, okay? So why do we have the Six of Cups here, Spirit? Why do we have the Six of Cups here? Six of Cups is the people who are continuing to want to be in charge. You know, they're remembering about the days that they had full control of us, you know? I'm also seeing here that this could also resonate with how our ancestors would dang, what is that word? I forget the name of it, but barter, when we used to barter. So I'm seeing here there was a time where we would barter, and you know, like what I'm looking at is like how like we work together better. You know, so these are the options that we're going to be having in the future where, you know, like let's just say you might grow watermelon, and this neighbor may grow, like maybe they may make eggs or something. They have chickens that they're making eggs with, or someone may have a cow that, or cows, you know. So I guess like a lot of trading is going to start happening or something like that. I don't know why I'm getting this, guys, but oh yeah, Spirit says I'm right. So we're going to be going back, like things are going to be going back to how they used to be, where it was like more of an easier life, okay? You're also going to start seeing and feeling that the climate is going to be a lot different. Dang. The climate is going to start changing, possibly, you know. It's going to take some time, but I do see that things are going to be changing with the Tower card. Huge changes that will be happening when it comes to the structure of how the government has set things up and bamboozled all of us into thinking that we didn't own absolutely nothing, you know? So we're going to be taking our land back. Whatever they took from us is what's going to be given back to the chosen. you know? And so this is going to have us be in our power, you know, with the King of Pentacles. This is someone who has the riches. They have, you know, they're grounded, they're successful, they're wealthy. Okay. And even though it's not about that, but it gives you time to heal. It gives you time to work on yourself. It gives you time to work, be with your family. And, you know, it helps you to be able to be more free and be happy. You know, this is the life that we're trying to live. So with that said, you know, I just see like it getting better for us eventually, okay? Now it's gonna take time. You know, I feel like a lot of people may not believe what's happening. You know, some people may feel trapped. Some people may feel like, I really don't know, okay? Because you may have self-limiting beliefs, and you got to get out of those beliefs, because it is happening. Like, there will be a lot of changes. Things are definitely about to heal, and we will be receiving justice for what we've done. You know, there's work that has to be done, okay? So with that said, you know, we're walking away from how things used to be, and we're going into new changes on how things will be in the future, which will gain us our true fulfillment, our true abundance, because we're not supposed to be out here just working all the time and, you know, trying to figure out how we gonna pay this bill, that bill. Like, that's serious. As much as, you know, everyone wants to act as if, oh, I got it together, I can pay for this. Like, some people want to act like they're, you know, they're you know how the Jones are. They want to keep up with the Jones and all that. Let's keep it real. You know, no one wants to be working all the time. Like, I know I don't. Okay. So with that said, we got all blockages of our financial material resources are now cleared in are now cleared and destroyed from our from our energy in spirit and in flesh. Let me say that again. I declare, decree, and establish that all blockages of the chosens, everyone in this live, everyone who's watching, and the chosen, all the chosens life, all blockages of our financial and material resources are now destroyed and cleared out of our energy and spirit and in flesh. All right. And then we got all people, places, and things that do not serve our highest good. It's now clear from our energy in spirit and in flesh. And we talking about the government. We're releasing them out of our energy. They don't deserve to be over us. They don't deserve to have power over us. Okay, we got to take back our power, guys. We have to know that we have to be the ones to take it back. We can't allow the government to take control over us. And, you know, it's just it's getting played out. You know what I'm saying? How long are we gonna keep going on with this? No one wants to be a puppet for forever. You know, it comes a time when we all have to wake up. And this is why it's so important for a lot of us, all of us, to be able to be on the same wavelength. This is why it's important for us to all be able to heal. Because the people like this, the King of Roses, was clarified by pretty much people who are toxic, who are trying to take control of us. But it's falling down. Everything is falling down, guys. And so with that said, you know, it's kind of like we don't need these people over us. People who don't care about our well-being. They just care about the money. You know, they don't care about putting all this toxic stuff in the food. You know, we got the fire of God in us, and we got to start working together. We got to start waking up so we all can be on the same wavelength, so that we can understand that we can take full control of our world, you know, because God, the Most High God, gave it to us, not to people who just want to cause issues in our lives and in our health and all of that. You know, it's played out. So let me read this, if I can find a darn. Shoot, I need to be more organized, guys. It's ridiculous. This table needs to be bigger. I can't even see. Hold on, let me turn this light off because it's too bright. Okay, here it is. So 17. Let's see what it says. So it says, this card tells you to be on the lookout. There is a challenging situation, perhaps. I'm sorry, I can't see now. Probably need some glasses, guys. perhaps even a battle of sorts around you. You could experience a sudden fall or a loss of your position, but if you are aware, you can make a backup plan that will help you ride through this difficult time a little more easier. This phase may be temporary, but it's important to keep your balance. Your strength will carry you through to a better time to come. So, chosen, this is about the government falling down. Believe it or not, they're not going to be in power for too long. As a matter of fact, they're not, okay? They're the powers that used to be. They're used to be's now, okay? Just like the people from your past. Used to be. Just a bunch of used to be's. So, now we'll get a message from the Wisdom Oracle deck and see what the Most High God has to say. And our ancestors, angels, and spirit guides. Spirit, what message do you have that goes with this dream? What do we need to know? Thank you. Okay. So we have truth be told. All right. So this is definitely saying that I'm telling the truth. Period. What's up, Yanni, Nikki? Emergency contact for real. What's up, Richard? Hi everybody. I'll read your comments in a minute. But let's see. So we got 14. And guys, I really do appreciate y'all chatting with each other and coming in and talking to me. Like, I never imagined this. Like, I'm just really blessed to have y'all. So thank you. Thank you for being my friend. I really appreciate y'all. So look, so we have truth be told. So it says honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, and clarity of communication. So these people are learning that they have to be transparent. They have to be fair. So it says this is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open to your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with miracles. So this is about people who have huge egos, who are continuously trying to stay in power to control the masses, and this is just not going to happen. Their tower is coming down, and the time will come where our world, where we will take our power back. And as much as it may sound like it's not true, guys, it is true. And this is why we need to start doing the spiritual work, okay? We got to start being in balance. We got to get rid of the ego. We got to get rid of anger, all of that. We got to bring love into the situation so that we can all come back together. Cousin, is that you, Kimberly? Oh, Kim, I love you. Dark shot on my butt. Oh, no, that ain't my cousin. You funny. All right. So anyway, what I'm seeing is spirit is telling you that things are going to become more, I just heard natural, okay? Natural. So we got no place like home. And no place like home is talking about authenticity. This is important, guys, okay? So if you've lost yourself through watching famous people on TV, we like to act like them. We want to be them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been watching them for so long, we think that they were the shit. But honestly, the shit, you were the shit all along, Chosen. That's you, cousin? Nah, that ain't you. You nasty. Yeah, you've been watching too many of them stars. Anyway, with that said, guys, Spirit is telling you that, it's saying authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. Home feels safe and secure. It's comfortable. It's a comfortable place to to rest and create. A place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity. Aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride or humility. Instead, you stand as an observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and your spirit. Ashe. 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 Listen, guys, we're going to take back our power, okay? These people who claim to be in control of us, we're not allowing that. No more. No more, okay? No more. So, yeah, that's what I got, guys. That was a good message, But you know what? Let's look it up. I want to know, let's see if it all comes together. So, Spirit, tell me. No, why I say Spirit? Okay, tell me what it means to have a dream about me being upset with these people having. Hold on, guys, I'm sorry. All right, so it says filling up inadequacy or comparison, wealth and social dynamics. So the focus on money in the dream could point to concerns about financial security or the disparity between your current financial situation and your desires and expectations. This may reflect anxieties about around wealth and success, and the Chinese element could be symbolic of perceived economic power or success, as certain Asian countries such as China are often associated with booming economies and financial growth. Cultural representation, the specific mention of Chinese people in your dream might reflect broader societal narratives about wealth and power or social status. If you've been exposed to media or conversations that emphasize wealth, or if you've encountered stereotypes or specific notions about Chinese culture, economic, this might influence your subconscious mind in the form of a dream. So it could be about internal conflict. So overall, the dream may be reflecting your feelings about success, financial stability, in comparisons to others. Yeah, that's definitely, me comparing myself to another ethnicity. However, it was more deeper than that. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is that, there's a lot of us who feel or has felt as if we were left out in the cold when it came to our financial situation. And what the Most High is saying is that there will be fairness, there will be balance when it comes to your financial situation. There will be balance, okay? What I'm seeing here is that, this is what you're learning at this time. This is about the system having to be fair. I'm surprised the justice card didn't come out, but this is leaving a lot of people in grief, because they're knowing. Clarify the 3 of Cups, Spirit. Yeah, they're thinking of ways to to make it fair. You know, they're going to have to make it fair. They're going to have to bring balance into this. Yeah. So whatever they were trying to do, they're going to have to stop being greedy and release, you know, whatever belongs to us. Okay? So yeah, we will have fairness when it comes to our financial situations. I do feel like there's a lot of people stressing over their legacies, over their money, you know, but there is judgment being called. A lot of things are being done with our ancestors in private. So, you know, maybe you should burn money, you know, to your ancestors. Just, you know, giving them gratitude and asking them to free you from financial burdens if you're having issues with your money and all of these things. You know, just call in fairness, because whatever struggles you thought you had are going to be over. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, guys. That's what I'm getting. So, yeah. Well, I guess that's it. Kimmy, she seems to be focused on spirit. Kimmy, I don't know what's going on with Kimmy. I really do like you, but been off YouTube for a while. Kimmy, I am blessed. I don't know who you are, Kimmy, but I like you too. What's up, Blissfully Renee? Kimmy, she seems to be... Oh, okay, I read that. Yeah, guys, so what y'all want to talk about? You know, I should have did that reading in the morning. Like, I should have did that early in the morning so we could talk some juicy stuff about juicy stuff. Because what I really want to talk about was being single. This is the next song download, guys. Listen to this. Hold on. This is the next song download. Hold on. I gotta put my charger in here, child, because it's about to go out. So this is the next song download. I don't know if I'm telling my age a little bit. Oh, thank you, Richard. I don't think y'all know this song, but it's basically, it's called Single Life. So it's, I'm living a single life. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow, possibly, if I have enough time, because I gotta do stuff for these kids. Yeah, so do y'all want a reading or anything? Like, do y'all want to know anything tonight? Like, what y'all want to do? Let me know if y'all have any questions, even if it's about love or whatever. You know, I can answer your questions about love. So if y'all have some questions, you can ask me. I'll give you a detailed, juicy reading or whatever. Let me know. What about love? I'll give you a reading about it. What may be blocking you or something like that. I don't know. Whatever spirit tells me to tell you. Dark chocolate look very good on my butterfly with going good together. What? Kimmy, if you don't get your behind on somewhere, just loving the vibes. Period, Pooh. Me too, Yanni Nikki. Y'all don't have no love questions or anything? Y'all want me to just do like some general readings or something? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what the divine has for us. Let's use this deck. Like this here. Like this deck. Oh, you know what? I could use this. Let's get some love messages. Let's see what the divine has for the collective. Let's see when it comes to our love life, what we need to know. Or let's see what someone wants to say to us, okay? So it says, I want to be strong like you. Aw, you are strong. Whoever feels like this, whoever feels as if they're not strong, you actually are strong. You just got to take control. You gotta dig in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you feeling weak, you just gotta do it. There has been times where I just been like, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like it. I don't want to go through this. But at the end of the day, in order to get to where you gotta go, you have to dig deep, you know? And some people, they have problems doing that. It's difficult at times, but you gotta just do it. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Let the spirit flow. Ashe. Yeah. Just loving the vibe. Period, Pooh. So yeah, you just gotta dig in there. It's been times where I didn't feel like doing it, but I know I had to. And not like, okay, it's just like if you see like old letters that you get, like let's just say you have old letters from 2004, old bills or old letters, you'll read them and it says, you were invited to such and such and such. Like when you think of those, when you think of that, or when you see those letters, it's like, dang, that did happen a long time ago. I was going through this at that time, and I had to do this at that time. Like you had to do something to get to where you are today. So whatever you had to do, you got through it, you know? As a Scorpio, I love digging deep. Yes, I have Scorpio on my chart too. Yeah, I figure like that comes natural, you know, as a Scorpio. It just comes natural. Let's see. So yeah, someone wants to be strong like you, Chosen. And the thing is, this person is already strong. Let's look deeply into this. Let's see what this person is needing to know. Spirit, what is this person needing to know that wants to be strong like the Chosen? Spirit is telling you to get to it then. Get to it, you know. So let's see. 8 of Wands. Clarified with the 10 of Wands. And the Temperance. Spirit is saying, you got this. You can do it. You can push through anything you want. Your chart. I would love to see your chart. I don't mind. The next generation is gonna be better. This makes me so happy. Period, Luke. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be better. It's gonna be better. Hi, Luke. Everybody, I hope y'all subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate y'all being here. Like, it brings me so much joy to my heart. I have so much gratitude, okay? Don't think I'm taking it for granted. So with that said, guys, the person who's not feeling strong at this time, Spirit is telling them that they can get through this. You know, there will be balance here, okay? So, you know, if you're feeling as if there's not balance in your life, there is, okay? And I feel like how Spirit is moving you is right along. Like you're moving right along through all the fears. You're taking it step by step, okay? And you're going to get through this. You got justice here, okay? So you're balancing your scales. So you actually are strong. You're coming out as the Emperor. Emperor represents someone who's taking control of their life. Sometimes you got to tell yourself what to do. You can't give up on yourself. You just got to keep moving, you know? That's just how it's got to be. I had doubts. I had my doubts. Yeah, I get it. I've had a lot of doubts in my life, but you remember the things that you've doubted that you still got through anyway. You really don't remember me. I guess we are in the past, so I guess I have to say goodbye for real, but we tried 3 days for you, okay, boo? I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about, Kimmy. I don't. Like, you got me confused. And I apologize if, Richard, you funny. So yeah, so that's what we got. I wish I could be strong like you. So let's see, what's another message? I am ascending. Ooh, so someone's changing their mind. Someone's like, you know what? Forget this. I gotta work on me. And it says, I wish I could hold you tonight. I wish I can hold you tonight, and I am ascending. So let's look into I wish I can hold you tonight. Spirit, what is this about? I wish I can hold you tonight. So this is a person who's tried to put in effort to come to you, I guess. This is a person who's watching you, chosen. This is a person who feels as if you're very independent and are very knowledgeable when it comes to what you know. This is a person who's trying to heal and trying to stay in control of their life. So I feel like, clarify the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be someone who has this could be a woman with a child who's currently feeling left out in the cold. So they could be wanting to be with someone. Clarify this, Spirit. Who are they wanting to be with? They've been thinking about this King of Pentacles guy. This is an earth sign. You know, they're wanting to balance the connection. Spirit, would this work out with them? How would things go? This person is toxic. So if you're thinking about this person, I just feel no. I feel like no. I feel like they can play on your emotions at times. They feel like they're like the SHI to the T, honey. And with the King of Cups, you know, they come off as cool. They come off as calm. You know, this is the person that you need to end a cycle with. This is the person that you're wanting to come to. Spirit is telling you to let this person go. They're not good for you. You called my name earlier. Earlier. I hear you. YouTube. Oh, hi, Kimmy. I'm sorry. I'm Richard, you so crazy. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I wish I could hold you tonight. So someone wants to hold somebody. So Spirit, what is the best advice for this person who wants to hold this guy tonight? Spirit is telling you to hold yourself. Because with the 9 of Cups, Spirit is like, you need to work on yourself. Yeah. Everything is fine with you, you know. Spirit is telling you need to learn some things. Clarify the 6 of Cups, Spirit. Also, what I'm seeing here is like, maybe you and your mom got into it real bad. And you walked away from your mom and your sister. Clarify the 3 of Cups. You're guarded from a bunch of friends that you have. You don't feel good in your friendships. Spirit is telling you that you're going to have to work on yourself. Because they're like, you've not closed the door. You know how some people like walk away, but they don't completely shut the door to people that they know they should shut the door to. That's what I'm saying. Like, this person needs to set boundaries and really like, if you're going like, yeah, see, Spirit is like, you need to end this cycle for real. Like, this is it. Like, you need to tell people to stop, to that you're done, because people will keep walking through your life or walking in and out of your life like it is a revolving door. You got to learn how to build boundaries. I'm seeing here that you are too caught up on situations from your past. You need to let go. And I know it's difficult to let go, but if people aren't treating you like you deserve, you know, it's kind of like, why would you like, you know, allow people to continue to play in your face? So I do feel like there's a Queen of Wands. Clarify Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands needing to take control of their life. You're needing to balance your life. I feel like there are changes that are happening for you to work on yourself. You're going to feel like you're going to be left out in the cold, but you're going to be better when you come. Like, Spirit is trying to break you down to get you, to build you back up. You know, so you're going to have to leave people where they are and release the past. That's what Spirit is telling you to do. Yep. Anything else, Spirit? As a Gemini, what's her name? She be cracking me up saying that. So I had somehow, it says, I somehow trust you. So chosen, there are people who are kind of trusting you. You know, it took a while for people to understand who you are as a person, and now they're realizing who you are. They feel you. They feel where you're coming from now. They're asking, is the relationship over? Is this over? And then they're saying, I need to see you. So there are people wanting to see you, are needing to see you, are wanting to be around you, wanting to be with you. I see it says, I want to be different. Karma. So I feel like, you know, there are people who have received karma or who are receiving karma currently, and they're wanting to be different. They're knowing that the way that they're going is not good for them, is not causing It's not causing them to level up in no way. And so they're wanting to do better in their life. It says, do you still think about me? Someone is thinking about you. Excuse me. I can feel you. So people can feel you. They can feel where you're coming from. They feel like you're authentic. I still don't understand myself. I hope you are doing well. Ashe. I want to make it right. Okay. Make it right then. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Can we work this out? No. Yeah. Any messages from the goddess deck? Ancestors, any messages? So we got divine lineage. And this is number 6. So it says, oh, I came right to it too. Ain't that something? So it says your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust. Your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create or nourish your ancestral altar of shrine. Unbury your ancestors. Speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. Goddess declaration, I am my sister and my sister is me. So yeah, Spirit is wanting you to call on your ancestors. Learn how to forgive yourself, okay? There is justice that is happening for all of us, y'all. So whatever we put out is what we'll be getting back. Now the thing is, a lot of people are worried about the things that they're getting back. Yeah. You could be receiving karma, some people. But, it's a good place to be, because when you're in a place of receiving karma, you're going to start thinking better on how to be a better person. This is all that the divine is wanting you to do, is be better. Learn the lessons that you need to learn and move on, And you're going to have people that try to block you. It's always going to be somebody here, a spiritual blocker. A lot of you might have spiritual, you all might have, like, not all, but some of you might have, like, spiritual blockers in your life, and you don't even recognize that they are. Like, you're gonna have to figure out who these type of people are, because these are the people that hinder you from getting to the top, wanting you to be your best self. These are people you deep down know you shouldn't be around, but you're around them anyway because you want to, you feel bad for walking away, but you should in some way. Yeah, guys, that's what I'm getting. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, child. If y'all don't have any questions, then I'll possibly come on tomorrow and we could talk about being single and how fun it is to be single. Yeah. Yeah, guys. So thank you all for joining me. I really love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Even you, Kimmy. Richard, you funny. It is fun to be single. Period. Period. And they tease us all the time, don't they? They think that we don't like being single. Child, I gotta get these lashes done. They look like a hot mess. I'm sorry for coming on here looking like this. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. But it can be cool to be together. Yeah, it could be. It's nice to be in relationships. It is, but it gotta be the right one. It just can't be anything, They look perfect. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you. Yanni, thank you. Thank you. Until next time, fam. Period. Until next time, fam. I love you all. I love you, Yanni, Richard, Kimmy, Luke. Who else on here? Everybody. Thank y'all for talking to me and being my friend. Blissfully, Renee, All of y'all. Love y'all so much. Good night, everyone. Love you all. I love you too. Good night, y'all. Kisses from me to you, and much gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Here's a big hug for you. Good night. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow probably, okay? I love you so much, and thank you again.